pre-market plan, it like almost threw everything I had in my head out the window. It was weird. Kind of hate looking at his pre-market plan before I go into my trading day.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel. I don't remember. I haven't heard you say this in a while, like since we first started on Discord. But yeah, I'm starting to feel like when I read your guys' messages, I'm being like influenced by it.
I feel that. I mean, I don't go through it as much now because I know what my
Shit.
What up?
what up. I know my like my plan. I'm like more strict with following it, but there is times where like I'll read Carmine's pre-market plan and like everything I had in my head just I don't know, I lose control of what I was thinking and I let it influence me. But I think like the more yeah, me too. The more you like stick to your plan, the chat kind of becomes it's not like as impactful to what you're seeing. But I do feel you with that. It does still happen sometimes.
What?
Like just the influence of seeing what we're writing or like what Carmine's writing.
Oh yeah. Should we stop that again? Because we had trouble with that before.
Eloy just said that he finds it like influencing him at times.
Yeah, I can see that. I'll try to stop it. It happens to me too.
Yeah, I know. It sucks because I like it, but then like that does happen, and it's like you got to find a balance with it at times.
Yeah, that's why when you guys say you have like supply zones that I miss that clearly are working, I still won't use it because it's not my pre-market plan. It's not what I wrote down. I'll try to like be strict about it.
Yeah, I feel that. Like with I was telling him like on my entry yesterday, short, I and it wasn't even like following Carmine's plan. It was just like when I seen you post his pre-market plan, maybe because I was reading it and watching the market at the same time, like my mind kind of just got like lost and I feel like I just rushed into my position rather than like letting everything like settle.
My bad. I just posted it because I was really wondering where he got that level from. So I just wanted to see what your guys' input was. But I didn't even
No,
realize that you guys would have read it and it would have influenced you. I totally forgot about that.
it's weird though because like I'll read it sometimes, but like when I'm digesting the information prior to the market opening, like I'm on like my mind it knows like okay you're just yeah, but like posted it somehow my mind just like got stuck in there. It was weird.
Ah, shit. Yeah, I gotta stop. We gotta stop doing
That's on me though.
that.
Um,
No, but it's
if you
real. That shit is real.
yeah, it is. If you guys were to say there was a plus setup on the week, what setup would you say it was?
I think there was one what happened right at the open. I forgot what
Yep,
day, but I didn't. Yeah, it was just that one I saw. The rest was nothing.
same for me. It was a 45-minute demand on
Yeah,
Wednesday.
yeah, that's the only one I
That was
saw.
yeah, that was definitely the A plus setup I have written down. And I didn't even put A plus. I put an A because it happened right at the open. Like that I feel like makes it less A plus. But
Yeah,
it
for
definitely
sure.
is. Eloy, you took trade. You took two trades this week.
Yeah, I just took the winning one from 2 days ago, and then yesterday I took a loss.
That winner outweigh the loser.
Yeah, That's like one cool thing that I've been. I think that's been getting better is the understanding of why the successful traders say that they don't trade every day, and like little by little, like now I'm writing my plan in the mornings or even at night. I write it the night before and then I adjust it in the morning, and I don't know. I just been adding the stuff that I need to be adding to my process, and it's been keeping me from just even wanting to take trades.
Nice. Damn, I kind of slacked off this week with my reviewing. I usually have everything organized, all sloppy right now.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I didn't even like really screenshot this week because I really didn't see nothing besides that one.
Yeah, I'm
This
trying
week
to
was
find my. I think it's because I've been seeing this on Twitter too. Seeing some people say like this week, this past week, and this following week is when people blow their accounts because the market chops up prior to FOMC, and next week is FOMC.
oh, no wonder.
So
I
like
didn't even
they were
know.
like it's not even they were like it's not even FOMC that makes people blow their accounts. It's the choppiness prior to FOMC. They just start forcing trades.
Well, that makes sense. No wonder everything was lame this week.
Yeah. And that's one thing I'm trying to like be more cautious of. Like the fact that I didn't take any trades all week and then Friday came, I know the part of the reason why I took a trades Friday, besides what I said earlier, is also because I feel like just I almost wanted to have a trade for the week. And like I was like, if there was no A plus setup the beginning of the part of the week, then there should be something Friday, but that was stupid of me to think. Like if I don't
That's
trade most of the week, I shouldn't trade Friday.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me the week before that. I didn't take any trades, and then Friday I lost one.
Yeah, it was. I definitely should have just avoided trading completely. Um, oh, that's what I was gonna say though. Like, just gauging. I mean, obviously, with the economic calendar, you can't see the week ahead. But with the what was the other one? With the market watch calendar, you can see the week ahead, so you could kind of gauge. I don't want to say it like it's gonna tell you exactly what because even though FOMC is next week, like there could have something happened this week and action stepped in. But like you could at least around FOMC, you could kind of gauge like how the action's gonna be.
Yeah. So
And
when's
that's one.
FOMC? What day?
It's gonna be this day, September 17th.
That's Wednesday.
Yeah, and it's the actual FOMC, like with Fed
So
speaking and shit.
so so we can expect Monday and Tuesday to be choppy.
Yeah. Monday probably less choppy, but definitely Tuesday will could be choppy.
Yeah, good to know.
So that is one thing. And
Yo,
then I think that's the last FOMC of the year because they're every 3 months.
mm, yo, we all sound super tired, and I keep yawning.
Dude, I just woke up right before I got on, and I woke up to you guys' message like, "Where you at?"
Are you still not getting the notifications?
No, I haven't been getting them all week. I just been randomly going on Discord and seeing you guys' messages and realizing, oh shit, you posted this an hours ago, like a few hours ago.
That's weird.
Oh, you can see it. You
No.
just aren't getting the notification.
Yeah, I can see them. I'm just not getting an alert.
I get you. Something's wrong with my phone too, where I don't get calls, text messages, alert. I'll just see them in the apps.
Oh, what the hell? I'll get the calls, but I don't know about
I don't know why I don't get calls. People be calling me. I be seeing missed calls, and I'm like, when did that happen?
it. That's fucking weird.
Um, Monday was the 9th, right?
The 8th.
Yeah.
The
Oh, they,
8th. Where is it? There we go. Dude, this Bitcoin is pissing me off.
I know.
This is
When's that news? When's that news you said?
What did I say was coming? I forgot.
Some news.
I think it was FOMC.
Oh, that affects Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it's the interest rate hikes.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I may have not screenshot the 8th. The 8th was really choppy or what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the more
Where's my
choppy. Here, I'm gonna share my screen.
I feel like that's the only day I didn't screenshot. The 8th.
I don't think there was much. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just loading.
Wait. Oh, it was the wrong screen. This is the 8th. So from 6:30, the first 30 minutes was just chop. I had no zones. I had 90-minute up top, 65.14, and then 4 hour down at 64.66. It really didn't hit anything. Looking at my NQ and SPY, we're both not at any particular zone either. Oh, also here, NQ was doing the opposite of ES. It was rallying while ES was just sitting there. It did end up hitting supply after 8 a.m. I think it might have rejected from there or not. But really, Monday didn't have anything. I don't think we need to replay that one. The 9th. Just the 9th. I think we had news in the morning.
Yeah, you wrote down that Dylan said something about news that wasn't on the calendar though.
Oh yeah, the US BLS NFP preliminary. I don't even know what that is,
Damn.
but he did write
The
it.
way you read that shit.
Is this the day you traded?
Yeah. That's where I came in and cleaned up house.
And you took what trade?
I got in at 640.57, so almost 641 at 65.12.
It tick.
Wait, what?
You got it right at the top of that reversal. Damn.
Hold on. I did, but the timing is wrong on that.
6 what?
I gotta revisit my entry. Hold on, I'm reading my notes, but because I wrote down the time, but then where I circled my entry seems different. Hold on.
Damn, I feel so I hate when I don't have my shit organized. That shit does not feel good.
Yeah, I entered at like
Cause I had
7:01. My bad.
busted.
I'm opening.
Oh, here it is. 7:01.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cause you got in on this news week here. Yeah, I remember.
And then
that.
you guys announced that the news was sketchy, but I didn't even realize that you guys wrote that about Dylan.
Yeah, that caught me off guard. I don't know. I wonder if it was on this Market Watch. I hope I could go back. Looking at this, by the way. Can you go back in time? I don't think this lets me see the previous.
Oh yeah, damn! I wrote the times wrong. So yeah, I got in at 7 o'clock exactly with 20 seconds, and then I got out at 7:03:19.
You guys use the other economic calendar, right?
Yeah.
There's a
You
new
start
one.
using the
No, I have it just saved on my browser, but I don't look at it. I was trying to see if the other news was on here, but it doesn't let me go back in time. I should have checked that day. I was gonna check too. I'm trying to find where the screenshot was that I did for. What time did you say, Eloy?
I got in at 7 with like 20 seconds past 7. Honestly, right at that tip of the reversal.
GPT will have it. Market for that. Oh, that's right here. Oh, I used your screenshot.
I didn't.
So
go ahead.
I was just gonna say what I see here. Or if you want to explain what you were seeing.
Yeah, I didn't do the big zoom out photo where you guys would see another rejection that looks similar to this from at the open.
Hold up,
I don't think I zoomed out enough on any of the screenshots I took. Because it was getting like the more I was zooming out, the more the confirmations were kind of like going away. Because it wouldn't show like the volume the same way closer. Oh yeah, that one shows it.
This is the zoom.
So that was the first rejection, like within 8 to 9 minutes, and I got in on the second one. The limit order stayed there the whole time, and then on the CBD, that little stack of volume and limit orders, at one point in the morning was like standing out with no other volume around it. And yep.
What were you pointing out at right now?
The COB, the volume on the COB, the thing I circled.
Oh, this.
Yeah, at one point.
Yeah,
that was standing out with like nothing around it.
Those are pretty stacked. I can't even lie. This dotted line is your supply zone?
Yeah, so if I'd have zoomed out a little more, like right above it, you would see an actual box, but that one was just aligned. And I think I learned that from, I forgot what video it was recently posted where Carmine and some guy were just reviewing how they set up in the morning, and he had like a bunch of like, these foods don't do like boxes anymore; they just do lines. But anyways, yeah, that.
I mean, I still see Carmine do them, but sometimes he'll do a line. Drop it.
But yeah, I just made it the dotted line because it wasn't like it didn't. It was like a zone within a zone. So I just did that. That one was a line because the bigger box was above it. And yeah, like the what I was seeing in the pre-market to me, and then the next day I kind of saw a similar setup, but because I was still riding the high of the day before, I was like, this isn't gonna happen again, and I think it happened again, but I didn't even bother taking it.
Um, was it not inside your zone though?
This one or yesterday's?
One that you said happened.
The one that happened the next day?
Yeah.
I didn't even like. I just remember thinking to myself because I wrote on my note like I was too influenced by yesterday because we were like, I agree with like the whole conversation we were having about my trade, and it kind of made me like be careful, like still look out for that. Like that's not the winning setup, so make sure you're studying those type of trades. But I didn't like really like focus on it. I just took notes of like I need to review those
One
type of trades more.
one thing that helps me avoid in setups like this. I mean, for me, the main thing, like I had said in the chat, was that it wasn't at my zone, and then even it was slightly up higher at 65.14. Limit orders here, even on my uh chart. But one thing that helps me kind of like not force these trades is when I see SVP like this, and all the volume is built up in the middle, and it's skinny up top and skinny at the bottom. To me, that's just like chop chop until like you see this spread out more.
You know what this reminds me of? The setups we used to take when we first started, where we just see the outlier and then we get the retest of the outlier.
Shit, that's true. Didn't
That's the
even realize
exact
that.
setup. Because we used to do that. Our outlier used to be our only confirmation.
Those were the days.
Um,
I traded a whole
and
month off that
then
strategy and I won one time. And then I lost all that money the following month.
what were the things it said? At a true key level. So because it didn't hit the my actual 90-minute supply, I would have avoided it. Plus the news at 7 a.m. Obviously you weren't too aware of it, so I kind of slipped up. But the grade that ChatGPT gave was a B. I just would rather not take B setups, at least not now. Maybe in the future, but preferably not take these setups just to have probabilities in my favor.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely the main reason I would have avoided it was the 7 a.m. news, and then also the fact that it never really truly hit my supply zone. Even the one you took yesterday, you can see how it's kind of a similar concept that you've seen where it had rejected the 90-minute supply and then it popped up and you got in around the same area because where you circled here is right at the tip top, and this one did work in your favor,
Hey, wait,
whereas the one
let me ask you guys
what
something. Let me ask you guys something because I know the push up was news on that trade, but does does that look does the buying look aggressive to you guys?
that day.
The trade. I just want to know because like what's aggressive? Like I feel like when we were talking about it, we all had different opinions about like what it was.
Is this the trade? Hold up, let me compare it to mine.
Because there was buying value there. Like it's obvious.
Yeah, I see it.
But
I mean, it was aggressive. Like just looking at my, it was the most aggressive buying of the
yeah,
morning, but the selling was a lot stronger than everything else. I don't think there's a set. standard to what aggressive buying is because it's all dependent on the volume that's surrounding it. So if the day is a lower volume day, what we usually would consider aggressive volume may not be the same.
You're right, because everything's red and the buying just pushed up as much as it can. That is aggressive, I guess.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
relative to what the volume is for the day.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Because
That was
that
aggressive.
after the little aggression you see, it continued to push higher with no green volume before it reversed.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. Yep. Aggressive.
I think what you were seeing was right. Like it is what the absorption setup entails. Just that the timing and the exact area. I mean, the limit orders are there. Like I can't even argue that. It's just
Yeah.
uh lower probability because it wasn't exactly in my zone.
We gotta establish what, like, maybe like a rule of what our confirmations entail. Like, because this worked out. I mean, this clearly is some sort of setup. We used to take it, and the limit orders are there, and the outlier is there. That these are confirmations. The aggressiveness is there. The CBD is downtrending. Like it's a clear setup, but it's just not our setup.
Like if this would have occurred 2 points higher, I definitely would have been like, okay, this I'm paying attention here. But because it happened where it did, and because I knew the 7 a.m. news was here, I just completely was like, I'm not even gonna consider trading it at this time. So that it's a tough one for me to like really. I just wasn't interested in that opportunity. But what I was gonna say was, look at how here this setup did work, and it was almost the same scenario, just that there wasn't news as the trade you took yesterday, and it didn't work yesterday, where it rejected supply. This is yours, yeah. It rejected supply over here in pre-market, and then it popped up, and you got in again prior to it touching these limit orders or being inside your zone, and you got in short. Yeah, there was some slight limit orders here, and you got in short, but this time it didn't work for you using that same concept.
Mm.
Hmm.
You get what I mean, Eloy?
Yeah.
So note in your journal that okay, the first time you took it, the same idea did work, and this time it didn't work. So now if you take this similar setup where you take it beneath your supply zone, if it doesn't work, if it does work, note that again. So then you have 10, 20 different trades with the similar concept in mind where you're taking it underneath the zone to see like are your probabilities of those trades working out high or are they lower, like over a span of 10, 20 trades, do you win more of these setups or do you lose more of these setups? And then that's gonna give you like say it is you win more of these setups than lose, that's gonna give you trust and like, okay, even though Eric and Gabe are saying they don't take it inside their supply zone, like my journal tells me that most of these are winning or I win for the most part when I take these trades, even though I do have some losers in between. But if your journal tells you that you lose these more than you win these, then that confirms that these aren't the greatest setups to be taking.
Yeah.
That'll that's what I mean by like when you journal, like understand the difference between when you're taking it down here and when you're taking it inside your supply zone with the limit orders and like all the yeah, the confirmations were uh at least in the other one, the confirmations were there, but um it wasn't exactly how we described the setup,
True.
if that makes sense. I think that'll help you understand your the way you're taking your setups a lot more, or
Yeah,
like the probability of them at least.
yeah, this one felt like the one I took with the winner, and I probably wouldn't have even taken it. Like I said, so I took the winner on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday morning, I was just kind of like, let me not do that again, even though it won, and I thought I saw it happen again. And then this time, it kind of feels like I was trying to do the same thing, but where I know I fucked up is I didn't have that zone charted up until like 5 minutes before you mentioned it, and then I was like, oh, I think I
Yeah,
see it.
yeah, that's exactly why I didn't take it too, because I barely saw it. I was clearly working, but
Another major thing that's different about this one than the other one is the limit orders. Where you entered on the other one, like the limit orders were stacked right there, and here they're not stacked the same way.
I think
They're like,
zoomed out a little
I'm gonna
more. That first
win.
drop, I thought was like, oh, it already tested it, so it's not going to get all the way there again. And I just needed to find a better risk to reward ratio upon like trying to find that
And
entry.
that's one thing I think you have to like really sit back and analyze is does it, for the most part, does it come back to those limit orders again? Because I remember feeling like that also. Even now I feel like that. Even yesterday I probably felt like that. Where like it did sell off and I was like, damn, because I don't if you look at my is it, oh I journaled down here somewhere. I'm gonna do my journal stuff for y'all. Um, so this is my entry yesterday, and I feel like I kind of chased it a bit. The selling volume is there, the CBD curl is there, the limit orders are there, but I feel like I could have entered like up here almost, and I seen it falling, and I was like, "Is this it? Is this it?" And then once it like got down here, I was like, "Damn, I'm gonna miss it if I don't get in." So I got in, thinking like "Well, my stop is still 4 points, so it's okay. And it did pull down pretty significant, but I stopped. So my entry was like around right here somewhere, dropped down here, and then got stopped up here.
What price? I can't see your mouse
I
for
forgot.
some reason.
Oh, it was 87, 65, 87.50.
Oh, okay.
Um, I was saying something about this, and I don't remember why I was mentioning it. So yeah, I completely lost my train of thought.
My bad.
What were we talking about? Just the shit of
Yeah,
that
and your reasons.
was Tuesday.
Yeah. So we can move on to Wednesday. If you did
Yeah,
anything,
so just like I said, just keep in mind like if you do take this setup again, and right now I would say like mark somehow identify that this setup is similar to the other setup you took and know that every time you take this kind of setup, like journal if it worked or didn't work, so that you can go back and really see if this setup is high quality or lower quality. But another thing for Wednesday that Gabriel had mentioned and ChatGPT also mentioned to me was you know how we said we want to see aggressive, in this case, selling into demand to confirm that the absorption is occurring?
yeah,
Say I didn't see that aggressive selling into demand. Like you can see here, just a thin tape dropping into demand. And I wanted to see aggressive selling pushing down on these limit orders here or um trying to break underneath demand. Because it didn't happen, that also made me hesitant of trying this. And ChatGPT said when it's thin like this and fast, that means that sellers aren't uh like it's weak selling basically. But although we didn't see the aggressive selling like we usually do, hitting orders, we did see buyers build up in one area here. So we may not always see the aggressive selling into the limit orders or the key level, but you'll see the buying, this case, build up, which is a positive signal that buyers are present. Obviously, you still need the other confirmation of CBD and buyers completely shifting in like they do here. But my whole point of saying this is you don't always need that aggressive push down from sellers into demand. Like this action here is enough to give you a hint that buyers are absorbing the sellers.
And that green
I
line
still
is your
can't.
zone.
Yeah, it's my demand.
I can't trust that.
I think over time, because I've seen this happen also. Over time, you'll see that this is a good sign. Like this can replace the aggressive selling over
It's another.
that doesn't occur.
It's another way to.
But it's gonna take watching it happen over and over.
So you're just saying it's another way to
Because I
identify the
also
absorbing.
go ahead.
It's another way to
Yeah,
identify the absorption.
for sure.
Like a slower way to identify it, but it's still a way.
Yeah, I still would prefer the aggressive selling into demand because that is how I personally perceive absorption and understand it's there. Um, but just know that it may not always appear like that. May also appear like this.
But these screenshots are
And it
starting to look repetitive. Like yeah, I'm like seeing like you're explaining something that I'm like like he's explained this before. So it's just more of like, yeah, I am seeing the patterns of this happening, and I've seen this on like going into supply. Like it looked just like this.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know I don't know the date, so I can't pull it up right now, but I know I've taken a trade, excuse me, I've taken a trade where the buying builds up like this and it had a massive rally. I mean, even looking at this one, it had a massive rally. But one thing I would say here, actually, there was a reason
Do
this
you have
pullback here.
yeah, do you have that part?
I think so. Do I? What time was that? Yeah, that was still early. I don't, but I'll pull it up.
Because this was the only, in my eyes, tradable day.
Yeah.